All right, Conference Championship week is upon us. We're going to start Friday night. Conference USA Championship game in San Antonio. We got North Texas traveling to take on UTSA, who's the defending Conference USA champ. Seeing UTSA at home, 8.5-point favorite on a pretty high total at 69. North Texas just 7-5 on the year. They've had some really low lows, and they lost 58-7 at UNLV, who is not a bowl team. Just lost by 20 at UAB a few weeks ago. Hell, they almost lost to Rice just this past weekend. They find themselves in the conference title game. You know, they actually played UTSA earlier in the year in the Alamo Dome and probably should have won the game. UTSA scored 21 in the fourth quarter, eventually did win the game, but just because UTSA is kind of the cream of the crop of the Conference USA, it doesn't mean they're just going to run away and win this game by double digits. You know, there are things to like about North Texas. First of all, North Texas offensive line is far and away better than what UTSA has got within their offense. Austin Aney, very experienced quarterback for North Texas. You know, he's a little bit of a boomer bust type of guy. Completion percentage is well below 60%, but when he does connect, I mean, this is a team that can create explosive plays within their passing game, almost at 9 yards per attempt, despite not being very efficient. They haven't been healthy at running back, and you know it's a little bit of a question mark. Will they get Ayo Adeyi back for this game? I mean, he's over 8 yards per carry, and no, the workload is not there, but I mean, he creates a lot of explosion out of that backfield. Guys, this North Texas offense ranks top 10 in the country in yards per play, so the explosion is there. I don't love UTSA's defense really anywhere. I think their secondary is okay, but I mean, if North Texas gets healthy at running back, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to establish the run in this matchup, and then that only makes their quarterback's job that much easier. We know they're going to win up front in this matchup, so I do think there's a path to points here for North Texas. On the other side, UTSA's passing game is terrific. Frank Harris has been there for a while now, almost a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 9 yards per attempt himself. And the thing about UTSA is they've got so much talent at wide receiver. Those guys are so glued in within that offense where I would trust UTSA's passing game against virtually anybody. It didn't exactly go off in that last meeting against North Texas, but is that going to carry over into this game? Probably not. You know, I will say UTSA is probably not as balanced as North Texas. I don't love that running game. They too have some injury concerns at running back. Brendan Brady still a little bit on the fence as to whether he's going to play in this game. They just haven't had the quality depth there that I think Jeff Traylor would like. But my issue with trusting North Texas here, I don't trust them to get stops. With how high of a floor is in this UTSA offense, I mean, I just can't trust a North Texas defense. It's probably bottom 30 defense in the country on the road. That's one other wrinkle. I mean, in the Conference USA, one seed does get home field advantage. You know, this is a tough handicap. 8.5 does seem a tick too high. I would have made it probably 7.5, especially seeing that North Texas, probably should have won this game in their last meeting, but it's just that defense. If North Texas is hanging in this game, they're probably going to have to put up at least 31. You know, you're probably going to have to get into the mid to upper 30s. So I think the better way to play this game would probably be the over. I wouldn't say either one of these teams run at a maniacally fast pace. So, and that's the one thing about betting a total this high. You're going to need both sides to contribute, and you're going to need both teams to bring the pace. So I quite frankly, I think this game is pretty appropriately priced. I'm not going to have an official play on this game. Slightest of leans towards North Texas, but I do think this is a game that probably gets played in the 70s. So no official play. I think this is going to be a lot better game than people think.